Hey guys, welcome to tonight's Zoom where we are going to be talking about the unveiling of our new customer / guest group. I'm super excited about this. Kylie Hasenauer and myself spent a lot of time putting this together and getting it completely right so that we can create a buying environment for our guests. And I'm going to be referring to what we call customers or prospects as guests. Because I think for a group, that's a really powerful word to be able to use in the way that we should call people other than saying prospect potentially. So the first thing, I'm going to end up showing you my screen for sure and show you the group. And we're going to talk about some of the rules inside of the group. And they're super simple. I just want to make sure that we're all completely on the same page. And first, let me tell you that this group was designed off of a super multi-million-dollar person's business and was designed directly after this. This exact group has over 100,000 people in the group. They did over $500,000 on Black Friday alone. I hope that super excites you guys because here we are starting this to grow this into a whole nother portion of the empire and really being able to have time freedom. I'm so excited about this because I feel like we really can create duplication. I know we hear duplication all the time, and sometimes it's like duplication's a unicorn. Like, okay, we heard of it. However, does duplication really happen? Does it happen on, generally it'll happen on our second level. Will it happen on our third level? Sometimes. But when we get to our fourth and fifth and sixth levels, is duplication happening? And I don't believe it is as much as it used to be. And I think this is a great way for the word duplication to really play out. And so with that, everybody being on the same page inside of the group and knowing how to use the group to create, again, and you're going to hear me say this probably so many times, to create a buying environment. This is not a group to support weight loss. This is not a group for just pro tandem. This is not a group where we're going to be posting recipes. None of that support. There's other groups for that, and that's so fantastic because that's what some people need. But this group is literally just designed to grow our business. Now, let me first preface by saying this is the customer / guest group. We are creating a distributor group, which will be more on the recruiting end. Now, let me preface by saying this customer group and the way we did this guest group first is there are a lot of distributors that end up coming out of this anyway. So we started here and then right after Elite Academy this week, we're going to dive into making the distributor group so that, again, duplication can happen. We can create real-time freedom and we can create duplication and teach other people how to use the group, how to add, tag, and message people into the group, and what that's going to look like. And the follow-up is done. The follow-up is done for you, I'm going to kind of say, okay? So we're adding somebody to the group and we're tagging them in the post that we want to see. Well, then they're in that group. So as we're posting in the group, they're getting the updates. It's like real-time updates of why the products are so important, what the products are doing for people, okay? So I don't know, that's like an automated follow-up, although you're still going to do follow-up, don't get me wrong, but that's like an automated follow-up that excites the living heck out of me. So first thing I want to do is talk about the whole point of the group. And there's like 2 words for the whole group, okay? And those words, and these are the words we're going to live by inside the group, are results and excitement. Those are the only 2 words. Results and excitement. It's what's going to create a lasting community, a thriving community, a place where people can get excited about what we have. Think about when we did meetings a long time ago, if you've been on the team for a while, and we used to bring people up to the front and have them say a testimonial, whether it was a testimonial about the product or a testimonial about the business. The whole point of sharing the testimonial was to get people excited and for them to see results. okay? And that's the whole basis of the group. It's for people to see results, no matter what product it is of ours, and for people to see the excitement that's going on inside the group. So let me check my notes real fast to make sure that I got everything before we go into the group. Okay, so I'm going to share with you, I'm going to share my screen here, and we're going to go take a look. Oh, why is it not showing up? Okay, hold on. I don't, oh, no, that's not it either. I don't know why it's not showing up on here. Okay, hold on just one second. Okay, so here we are. Live Your Best Life Now is the name of the group. So when we get off of this Zoom, you're going to be able to, actually, I will add you guys to the group, and we'll talk about what that's going to look like here in a second. But here is what the group looks like. Here's our cover photo. And most of how you're going to be able to use this group, can you guys see my face too, or just my screen? Face? Both? Okay. I'm digging it. I love the sign language. Okay, so here's the front page. Obviously, what we're going to utilize the most in this group is the pinned post. Okay, so every single time that you are inviting somebody into the group, you're going to you're going to have to add them. Okay, and then an admin or moderator is going to have to approve them, and then the admin or moderator will tag them in the pinned post. Okay, and so we're really going to utilize this pinned post for what the group is about, what the rules of the group are, what we want them to see right when they come to the group. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a whole bunch of different things in the group. Then we'll be adding you a little bit later, and we can literally already start putting our guests into the group and adding them and tagging them to the post that we want them to see, and then messaging them, and I'll go over that with you guys here in a second. But here's what it looks like. The pinned post talks about exactly what type of community we are. We want everybody to be able to start at the pinned post. So once somebody has been approved, then let's just say I'm the one approving them. I would go in here and type, "Hey Jill, welcome to our group," in the pinned post. So there's no welcome post anywhere in this group, just in the pinned post. So we would say, "Hey Jill, welcome to the group. Hey Stacy, you can go ahead now and tag Jill in the post that you want her to see." So let's say that you were talking to somebody specifically about true science. And you want them to see that. After they're tagged in the pinned post, the files is what you're going to use a ton. Okay, the files over here on the left side. And as you can tell in the files, and let me just say really fast, a huge, big, ginormous shout out to Kylie Hasenauer for helping with this and for taking the lead, and she like totally crushed it. I asked for a couple things and she was like the most speedy person in the whole entire world, so I super appreciate it. But as you can see in here, there's anything and everything that your guest could want to see. Okay, so I don't want to scroll too fast, but let's just say we were talking about true science. We're going to come in the files section here, and we're going to click on what is true science. And in this file, okay, and this is a little bit different. Some groups use files, some groups don't use files. We're going to use the heck out of the files, okay? And it's going to tell you exactly from the jump what is a true science beauty system. Now, for everybody's personality, the first place right here, find out why in this video, is literally the true science video itself, just the true science video, okay? And then we've got all the benefits, we've got all the information about true science laid out right here for you. Now, you would come down here, let's say you were talking to Jill about true science, you would come down here and you would type in Jill. and then wait for her name to come up. That's a huge part of this, is waiting for their name to show up. They have to be obviously in the group. So let me just do Kylie so you guys can see how it's going to come up, or not. But generally it's going to come up with the name, okay? And you're going to click on the name to make sure that that person is tagged. And then you're just going to say something short and sweet, like, Kylie, here's the video that I wanted you to watch, or here's the information about the true science that we talked about right there, okay? And as you notice on all the files, the video's at the bottom and the video is at the top. So we've got the people who listen better and we've got the people who want to read the information, okay? The documents are not editable, but if you do see something that, you know, starting off here, if you guys see something that is misspelled or incorrect annotation or anything like that, please feel free to share that information with Kylie or myself. We would super, super appreciate it. But every single product is in here that we currently have right now. There also is a FAQ section. There is a stories and interview section. There is a community guideline section, and then our pinned post. And the pinned post has all of your ABC Primetime Investigative Report in here, okay? And again, you can comment down here with the person's name, make sure their name shows up, and so that you click on them to make sure that they are tagged in that post. And I'll go back here again and go over directly ATM, but I'm just so excited to show you guys the group. So the videos right here in this first post is the ABC Primetime Investigative Report. And we said in here on the little yellow pill, just because that's what we talk about outside of the group. However, inside the group, feel free to say LifeVantage, Pro Tandem, True Science. It feels so good to be able to say those things on social media inside the group. And then in step 2 video, it's the What Nutrigenomics Can Do For You, which is the full line of the products. And then there is a video in here by Dr. Alice Reed. I believe she's a Pro 7. She talks completely in layman's terms about why every mammal on the earth needs Pro Tandem. It's a great video for people to be able to see. And these are the top 3 that we think were used the most. And then it tells people how to get started, like directly how to get started. Private message to the person who invited you to the group. They will be happy to share their shopping order site with you. If you are not sure who invited you to the group, contact the admin or moderator. So that's going to be highly monitored, obviously, and obviously we're all very trustworthy of who added who to the group, and it's documented inside the group. So that's really cool too, that if somebody's like, I don't know, that we can figure it out for them and redirect them back to the person who invited them to the group. So let's go out here and talk about how to add somebody to the group. Once you're in the group, you'll be able to add a member right here, okay? And right after you do that, hopefully sooner than later, we'll have some more admin and moderators that want to participate. And so we'll be approving those quickly and then tagging the person in the, and you don't have to worry about that part. We'll tag the person in the post and tag you so that you quickly know right that second that they've been tagged and that you can personally go tag them in what you want them to see. Okay? Does that all make sense? Yes, can I get some head nods? Okay, it's so weird on Zoom that there's no interaction. I'm so used to Facebook Live lately that you're like, wait, like, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so those are our top things right there. If you scroll down the page, you can see everything. Well, you should be able to. Everything that's posted in here, okay? So there'll be posts going up every single day, and not just from the administrators. They can come from you guys. I would love for you guys to be sharing results. Again, you can do before and afters are fantastic, whether it's the True Science, whether it is physique, whatever products that you want to share a before and after in photo wise, fantastic. Anything that you want to share testimonial / benefit wise of how Pro Tandem has helped you, phenomenal. Okay, and then those posts just have to be approved and then they'll be posted on the timeline. Now, the one thing that we really have to be careful of as a community and as a team of us leaders here is that we're not just liking the posts and typing underneath them, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. That's not the point here. That's not going to create our buying environment. So if something is posted and you really, really are loving it, you can post something down beneath that maybe relates to yourself. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so amazed that you had these results. Here was my results also. How cool is this? Or something along those lines. But this definitely won't be a group where we're just going through and just liking the post and putting love it beneath it or cool story or anything like that. And we'll kind of get the vibe as the group grows. And obviously we're hoping to grow it quickly and be able to utilize this as we're talking to people that we're meeting, whether it be in Indianapolis, whether you're meeting people online on social media. We all, I think, have struggled with, hey, I have something awesome I want to share with you. And then what do we do with them next? Okay. This is now your answer. This is your answer to here's what I do next. And I add them to this group, and then I'm going to tag them. And, if you didn't talk about a specific product, you just added them to the group, just tag them right in the welcome, read me first, and then take a look around post. Okay. That's what you can do with somebody brand new. And then we're going to make sure that we're messaging them to keep the follow-up going. I'm going to take a drink real fast. My voice has been a little in and out. So that we're keeping the traction going with the people as well. So this really should be a complete overall experience for our guests, somewhere that is thriving, a place where they want to be, a place that they're loving seeing the information that we have created for them to see. Again, any word inside of the LifeVantage vocabulary is allowed. I know, I highly coach not to be using those words outside on your personal walls, but inside this group, feel free to use the words. Obviously, if your post is highly technical, I would appreciate and love, and all of us would love if you could, at the bottom of it, make sure that you put, obviously the product does not, we don't claim to prevent, treat, cure, or mitigate any disease. Would be awesome just to keep up on the compliance with that. So let me go over just really fast because we'll be talking about this a lot. We'll be talking about the ATM method a lot, and that's what we're talking about right now. That's what the group is created for, and that means adding people, tagging people, and messaging people. So a lot of times we're going to be saying ATM this weekend, ATM while we're in Indy, which is a great idea because it's when our signals are the highest. It's when we're super, super excited. We feel bulletproof. And again, this is our great way of sharing the information the duplicatable way, all in one place. Okay, so again, adding them, tagging them, and messaging them. Kylie and I are going to put together scripts for what you're going to say when you message them. That will be up in the group by tomorrow. And that actually will not be in this group, Live Your Best Life Now. It will actually be housed in the Empire group of what to say when you're messaging people to get them into the group. One large component that I want to talk about is spamming. So I definitely don't want you spamming. We are not spammy people. I want every single person that is added to this group to be asked to be added to this group. That's a huge, huge, huge part of this. We don't want to come off spammy. I don't want somebody to land in the group that's like, why the heck am I here? I know personally I've gotten invited to so many groups lately, and it drives me insane that they don't ask first. So we are going to be of utmost credibility and have a ton of integrity in asking people first. And you're generally going to get a yes. And the way that I talk about it is, hey, we started this health and wellness group where we have a community of people who are learning about, and you can insert whatever you want, biohacking, you can insert, how to lower your oxidative stress in your body. You can insert whatever you want at that point. Would you like to be a part of it? And most people want to be a part of something. So most people are going to say, yes, absolutely. Okay. Now don't just add them to the group. Make sure you're going through the full ATM method of adding them, tagging them, and messaging them, and keeping your follow-up going. even after this Zoom, we're going to go ahead and do a couple of more videos to come after this of how to keep the group thriving, and how potentially there is a post already in the Empire, a video actually that Tim Cox and Trent Lindstrom and myself did about how to get your social media page up and running, your personal page, to make it look more professional so that you're attracting more people to you. So I definitely want to talk about that in future videos. This one I wanted to leave to just what's happening inside the group, and just how to create this buying environment. So again, our two words are results and excitement. Okay, so no post. The post that won't be approved is anything with a recipe, anything with a weight loss, a workout, anything that, a welcome post. Don't welcome your people in their own post. That's what the first pin post is for. And that's where all the happiness and joyful excitement can come from. But I want somebody to be able to be in the group and scroll through the group and see content. I want them to be getting the highest level of information and content that we can provide to them for them to continue to see the benefits of our product. So the group is also a great place for current customers as well. Again, you want to ask them first, but it's a great place for current customers to have ongoing education of why they started using our products and why it's beneficial for them to continue using our products. And this should bring our customer retention number up really high. Right now as a company, our customer retention is 82%. And I know I would love to see it at least 90%. And I think obviously there's a whole bunch of people doing these groups that have taken some trainings and figured out from the best of the best how to run the group, what to post in the group, and the rules of the group, everything else. So I'm super excited about that, but I really think we can up the customer retention if we're putting our current customers in here and they're able to see the ongoing benefits of our products. Okay, so I'm going to hop into community guidelines here just for a second. This is one, obviously, it's potentially more for the distributors that are going to be in the group, but I definitely want you, once you're added to the group, to come to the community guidelines and read them. Obviously, we talk about soliciting, we talk about adding members and asking them first for their approval. We talk about posting. Any business posts won't be approved for this exact group. They will be approved once we have the group for the distributors completed and finished. And as you notice, we refer to people in here as guests. The group provides support for guests who have been invited by other guests. And it really lays out what the guidelines are. One of the top guidelines that I want to go over is that no post in this group should have a hashtag. And I know this is super weird for all of us because hashtags have become like our left arm. However, hashtags are clickable. So if somebody hashtags something in here that is not Live Your Best Life Now, the name of this exact group, it literally will take you out of our group and show you different content, okay? And that's the only reason, because I dig hashtags. So the only reason we're not using hashtags, I don't want people clicking on them and leaving the group. We want to do everything we can to create an environment for them to stay and thrive inside of our group, okay? So no hashtags. Let me see if there was anything else. In here, there is a disclaimer also, just to cover our tails, but talks about, that we're obviously not intending to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Most of the questions submitted through posts or comments will be tagged in other files. So if somebody has a question and they're in True Science and they say, hey, I know you have protein in them too, what can that do for me? Instead of answering the question, you're going to tag them in the Protandem file. Okay, and I hope this makes sense. And here's the reason, again, this is duplication. So if our brand new people that are joining us as distributors are learning that the information is readily available for us, and all they have to do is go tag somebody in a post and they can get that information, then the time on the phone can be used to help them grow their business, or coaching, or something different than the menial questions, which can compress your time and compress their time. They feel like they're working less, and being able to have bigger checks by putting people in the group than loving and purchasing our products. Okay. There's no posting, or there's no sharing of the posts that come from this group. So please, and I think I have it set that way, but please don't share the posts outside of this group. Obviously, they say LifeVantage and ProTandem and everything we want just inside of our community. And I think that's it. I think that's all for that part of it. Does anybody have any questions? I think you can unmute yourself if you do. Or raise your hand or send me a text or something. Here's a video library log. So there's all the videos housed in one place here for you. If somebody gets confused and they're thinking, I don't know how to get them to the what is True Science hand cream post to tag down here, there's many different ways to be able to get here. And we're going to be growing the stories and interviews page right here. There's a lot of doctor in here right now. I do have some other distributors who are doing testimonial videos. If you would like to do a testimonial video, I would readily appreciate that. And I'd like to have our testimonial videos. I want you to shoot it on a video no longer than 2 to 3 minutes. And I want you obviously to talk about the benefits of the product you're talking about. If you have a testimonial that you want to share, if you would let me know, that would be awesome, because I don't want a whole bunch of testimonials on the same exact thing. But if we can spread it out a little bit through the products, so that when somebody says, hey, can ProTandem help me with this? Or, hey, what does True Science do for people? Then those are the posts that we'll be able to tag people in for them to be able to see that information. Let's see. Make sure you're asking them first. I want to make sure that I hit everything. And I think I did in 30 minutes. Okay. Okay, let me unshare my screen and get back to you guys. Okay. Anybody with any questions? No. Okay. Okay, awesome. Super excited about that. Those of you who I can see your video, give me a super thumbs up if you are so excited you can hardly see straight. Okay, awesome. I can see Mary Pat, I can see Adam, I can see Leanne, I can see Tiana, I can see Stacy. Okay, awesome. I'm really, 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 really sold out to this. And I hope that I'm conveying that enough to you guys. This is something obviously new for a lot of us. And I'm like so stoked that we can create something online, literally, so that when people are like, how much time do I have to spend? That our time is compressed. Our teaching is compressed. We're able to literally grow this group large, and be acquiring customers. So you all know I'm a super numbers person. So from tomorrow going forward, I will be keeping track of how much this has grown our team collectively, because I cannot wait to see the numbers. I've heard a couple other teams have launched their pages, and I've heard the most amazing stories about what's happening inside their group with new customers coming on and new distributors getting started and other customers upping their current subscriptions with our company. So that is super excited, that is super exciting. Oh, there's a chat. Oh, thank you so much, Susie Bear Cruz. Thank you, thank you. Kylie Hasenauer, is there anything that you would like to say? I'm unmuting you.
I think you covered everything. You did an awesome job.
Look how cute you are. Okay, anything else? Anything I missed? Anything that super jazzed you? I don't know, anything at all?
Well, I mean, the thing that super jazzed me was just this entire system. This is the way everybody's working and living their lives right now and connecting. Excuse me. And I think the way that we had been doing it was starting to feel a little awkward. And this feels more natural for the way that everybody's moving and everybody's starting to do business this way. So it just makes sense. And I've seen amazing things happen. Like you said, some of the things that other teams have done, what Justin has done, it's mind blowing. So thank you, Amber, for finding the system and bringing it to us and leading the way so that we can participate.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just so excited. And let me just end with one other thing. I do somehow want people to be able to watch the Zoom before they get into the group. I know that's a lot to ask, but I want them to at least have an idea of what we're doing. So if your team members are like, how do I do this? I'm going to post this inside the LifeVantage Empire group page so that you'll see it there. Also, if you have any questions whatsoever about the group, do not hesitate to reach out, whether it's Facebook Messenger or in the LifeVantage Empire group. Just make sure you're not asking the questions inside this group. We want to keep it as a guest experience. So no questions inside this group, no questions about anything inside this group. Results and excitement, results and excitement. And we're just going to repeat results and excitement, results and excitement, results and excitement over and over and over again, to give our guests the experience of a lifetime that they can't wait to get their hands on our amazing products. So with that, I appreciate you guys a ton. I appreciate you being so super patient with me putting this together. I literally cannot wait to see you guys this week. You make my life what it is, truly. I think I could cry saying that. Thank you for everything you do. So with that, I'm a little emotional, clearly, but I just am so appreciative. Like, I would not be here if you guys were not here. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And with that, we're going to call it a night. And send me a quick text or send me a quick inbox message or something. I think I can remember most of the people that were on here, but I don't want to miss anybody. I want you guys to get in the group. I want you to be able to look around, and I want you to be able to fall in love. So with that, you guys have such a fantastic night.